Alrighty, let's go ahead with personal reading order number 89. 89, you would firstly like to know what are C's thoughts and feelings. Let us see for C's thoughts and feelings. All right. So C seems to be thinking about how it's not so easy to connect in the way that they want to connect with you. When we have the Nine of Wands as well as the Devil come forward, it would bring forward this feeling of held back energy, feeling like something is difficult, feeling like there is restriction, feeling like things are kind of held back, and where we're wanting to maybe make some sort of move to have things feel a little bit more of a flow or have things feel a little bit more maybe excited or have things feel a little bit more clear. We're kind of just in a place of feeling the restrictive elements instead of just being in a place of flow. And so it seems like there's something going on here where they are thinking about connecting with you, thinking about an opportunity of like maybe making something be known, bringing forward clarity into a situation, but feeling a resistance when it comes to expressing themselves. The Judgment card is also a really good card for wanting something to be known. The Judgment card, we want to shout something from the rooftops, but the Hierophant can be a card that we find ourselves kind of at the not mercy, but like we kind of find ourselves falling into the same old patterns, or we find ourselves into the kind of structures or routines that are very natural for us to kind of just fall into. And so there could be some sort of like expectations or ideas or situations that have already kind of made themselves be known, that it makes it a really hard time to kind of shift things forward into a new direction, to be able to express themselves in certain ways. And so I see them being in this place here of like thinking about connecting with you, thinking about making something be known, expressing themselves in one way or another, but just kind of being in a place of feeling that resistance or feeling that difficult energy and actually being able to be open about that, or actually being able to express themselves in certain ways, right? It's kind of like, I want to chit chat, I want to talk, I want to have something be known, but how do I go ahead and make that energy known? How do I go ahead and overcome something that maybe just feels like a constant held back or a constant sort of expectation in certain ways, ways that we have to act, ways that we have to be, rather than just kind of coming forward in this new direction. That's what I see coming ahead here in terms of C's thoughts and feelings, kind of holding on to the old, holding on to the patterns that we always find ourselves move into. There's that sort of energy that's coming ahead here, but wanting to connect in new ways. And so thinking about how they can go ahead and make that energy come forward, but feeling again that's resistance in doing so. So let's go ahead and dive into what are Jay's thoughts and feelings. All right. So Jay seems to be wanting to have a new start in one way or another, but they're at a place here where they're saying, I can't really force something different to come forward. I can't really force this change of energy to come ahead here. With the idea of the tower, we're wanting a change and opportunity to come forward. We don't want something to be like it always has been. We want something new. We want something fun. We want something carefree to come forward, but we're feeling the weight or we're feeling the heaviness of a situation rather than just being in a place of flow. And so I see them kind of being in this energy here right now of basically saying, I am looking to see where something new can come forward. I'm looking to see where opportunity can come ahead. But I find myself being in a place of just saying, I have to go with the flow. I can't force something. It is going to be what it is. I can't be the one to just make something happen. It's going to move forward in the time and shape in a way that it needs to. Because when we have the energy coming forward here of the tower, we feel like something is not sustainable in a particular way, right? We're wanting to create the difference, we're wanting to create the change, and we feel like something can't keep moving forward in the way that it is. But when we have the Fool, we have to move forward without any sort of expectations. So we can't really force something to happen, we can't make it be. We just have to instead allow this natural flow to come forward in connecting. But the Justice card says that we want some sort of balance and energy in the situation. We want something to flow. So we have a sort of idea here of like, we're wanting to create change, we're wanting to have opportunity, we're wanting to have flow, we're wanting to have newness and balanced energy to come forward, but we can't really force it. And so we're thinking about how can we connect and make something happen here, but at the same time have it happen in a very natural way and have it feel something a little bit more emotionally fulfilling than where we're at right now. I see the energy coming ahead here with the Queen of Cups of wanting to have more connection or wanting to have more emotion, feeling a drive and pull to maybe be a little bit more expressive. But at the same time, again, we're at this sort of direction of saying we can't force openness, we can't force flow, even if we're wanting something new to come forward. So I see Jay being in the mindset of, I want change and I want a new direction and I want something to feel fulfilling and I want something to feel balanced and free flowing, but I can't force it. And so I'm feeling the weight of not being able to create change in one way or another, but also feeling emotionally pulled towards you and wanting to bring forward good into your energy as well. So let's go ahead and see what are B's thoughts and feelings. Let me just move one thing here, 1 second. All right, here, let's go ahead for B's thoughts and feelings. All right, so B also seems to be thinking about creating a new start. There may be something in your energy just in general about wanting to have newness, free flowing opportunities, or just kind of wanting a change. And that can be reflection in terms of like what they're picking up from you as well, this desire for like change or newness. But it seems like B is in this place here with this Ace of Wands as well as the Fool of wanting to take action, wanting to have opportunity, wanting to have even some sort of excitement to come forward, and they're feeling pulled into your energy. This Queen of Wands is like you're calling them to come forward towards you, and they're feeling very much energized and pulled to connect with you. Now, the Temperance card, they were saying they don't want to act like a fool. They want to be patient when it comes to moving forward or when it comes to connecting. So even though they're feeling passionately pulled into your energy, they're not at a place of like rushing to try to connect with you. They do, however, though, feel the distance. Five of Pentacles says that they'd wish to be closer, they'd wish to connect with you. they wish to have some sort of flow, but they're feeling that sort of distance energy to come, to connect here. So I see B in this place of feeling passionately pulled into your energy and kind of wanting to have some sort of new chapter come forward, to feel connected, to feel energized, to feel maybe just a little bit more excitement in being in your energy and being around you, kind of, bringing forward fire at a place where they feel distant. But at the same time, they don't feel rushed to take any sort of action here. They're more so thinking, yes, I'd like a new start and I'd like to bridge some sort of gap here, especially in the physical, and connect with you more and overcome some sort of challenge of being around each other, or being distant to each other right now. But I'm not needing it to happen today. I need to be patient when it comes to moving forward. And with the Fool, just allow the chips to fall where they may, right? Whatever happens, happens. Whenever we connect, we connect. Even though I feel pulled into energy and I want to be around you and I want to see more come forward, I'm not going to force something to be. I'm just going to allow the natural flow to come forward, and whenever it has the opportunity to connect us is when it has the opportunity to connect us. That's what I see coming ahead there. So let's go ahead here for T's thoughts and feelings. All right, so T is in a place here of trying to send good energy your way, but feeling distant to you. When we have the idea coming forward here of the 8 of Wands, 10 of Cups, we're thinking about how we can maybe send some sort of indirect messages to you for a desire to connect, to see some sort of flow come forward, to lead the two of you to being in each other's energy and to feeling happiness together. But we don't really want to say that specifically. The 5 of Swords can come forward as a really hard time in terms of communicating, being on the same page, or being around each other or connecting. It can give off the idea of feeling like we're a little bit having a hard time communicating and seeing eye to eye. And so this could say that maybe there's certain elements in communicating with you right now that they just don't feel like they could get across what they want to get across. And so they're trying to think about energetically how they can send a message your way to connect with you, to be around you, to get this energy flowing so that they don't just have to outright say it. The Strength card again comes forward in a place of saying, I don't want to force something. So they're trying to send the energy your way, but not trying to make a leap where they feel like communication could be a bit of an issue, or expressing themselves in a certain way could be a bit of an issue. And in this place of the King of Pentacles here, they're wanting to have some sort of structure, have some sort of stability, or feel connected in a way that brings forward like a caring energy. And so I see this combination coming forward here as T thinking, I want to be around you, I want to be in your energy, and I'm trying to send you some signs that I want to have that, but I don't want to force communication in a place that I don't feel like the communication is just going to flow forward smoothly. So I'm trying to maybe keep to myself right now, or I'm holding back even though I could come forward in certain ways. And I might even focus more on my work, or focus more on my money, or other things in my life that I can control, just so that I'm not in a place of putting pressure or kind of creating you versus I environment when it comes to thinking about connecting. So that's what I see going on there for T. So let's dive into E's thoughts and feelings. All right, so E seems to be in a bit of a planning mode and anticipating. When we have 3 of Wands coming forward with the 2 of Wands, E seems to be in this place of thinking about, if I come forward towards you this way, if I try to connect with you that way, what's going to happen? What is going to be the outcome? What is going to be the fallout, right? What's going to happen if I take this action in my plan, or if I take that action? And it seems to be with this King of Wands, King of Cups, that they're very much emotionally pulled into your energy. This is, I want to be around you, I feel connected to you, I feel pulled to you, and not just out of a place of passion, but also the place of the heart. So they seem very much emotionally pulled into your energy and wanting to connect with you. The Hierophant in this case can be thinking about long-term patterns or long-term stability. We don't want to just think about an action that we can take here today and that's just going to be the end of it. We want to think about an action here that's going to anticipate more and be something that we can hold to for a longer period of time. And so this could be them thinking about more commitment aspects, more patterns that are sustainable. This could be thinking about how the two of you can kind of interact and if there's a better way for them to come forward versus another, right? Just kind of being in this place of thinking, what's the best way to make something happen here when it comes to moving forward between the two of you so that there can be like the best possible outcome. So when it comes to this sort of combination here, it seems like they are in a place of wanting to connect, wanting to see some sort of flow come forward, but wanting to kind of make the plan themselves rather than being in a place to kind of accept input from anybody else. So thinking about how they can take action towards you and what would be the outcome of them doing so, and feeling very passionately and emotionally pulled into your energy, very excited by the thought of you and by connecting with you, and very much in the state of like anticipation of more. So that's what I see coming forward here from E. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you'd like to have a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings. Let us go ahead here for personal reading order number 90. Where is the 0? Here it is. So 90, you would like to know, what are their intentions towards you? Let us see. All right. So their intentions right now seem to be take every moment as it comes and see where it goes. The Magician energy is wanting something for the moment, to be in a place of excitement, to feel like we're in control, not necessarily controlling, but just feel like we have the opportunity to make anything come to be. And the Ten of Pentacles wants to be in a place of feeling comfortable, to learn, to feel in a place of community, can be to have the possibilities of long-term future, but the Knight of Pentacles would come forward to say that we're really wanting to make sure that we just take one step at a time when it comes to moving forward. The Nine of Swords, Five of Swords is an interesting combination because it can talk about a lot of worry about not being on the same page, or a lot of worry about communication issues, or if if we start to imagine our wants or imagine the future, that we may not be on the same page. And so there might be some sort of pullback here where they are not actually allowing themselves to think about all the different possibilities and outcomes in terms of the future between the two of you, and setting intentions for a longer off future, just because they're worried if something's truly possible when it comes to connecting and moving ahead. So I would say their intentions here right now seem to be taking things one step at a time so that there's a sense of security and goodwill, good intentions of moving things forward, and things don't get too caught up moving ahead of themselves. But we have this good intentions of like wanting to build up something, wanting to set things in stone so that it has the opportunity, or I should say set things in a path so that it has the opportunity to build up to something greater, but not really putting too high of expectations or too limiting of expectations on it needing to be something, right? The Knight of Pentacles is just wanting to continuously bring value. The Magician wants to explore and bring value and good intentions. The Ten of Pentacles wants to build something up for good intentions and structure, but again we kind of get into a place of worrying about if our wants are going to be the same thing, if there's even going to be the possibility to get anything that we could imagine. And it kind of brings in a limiting thought process when it comes to more. So I would again just say that their intentions here right now are to just take things one step at a time, and to kind of lay the foundation here for the possibility of structure and more when it comes to moving forward for the ideas of future. We have I'm coming back, as well as let's plan some time away. So they may be wanting to reconnect with you and kind of have an opportunity to have more one-on-one time or one-on-one energy here, connection. um, to just kind of explore some things, maybe put aside some worries, or just kind of show an opportunity to like connect. We have I don't know what to do next. And so that can be the Five of Swords, Nine of Swords, quite a lot of worry when it comes to the mind, imagining different possibilities. And again, with the Knight of Pentacles, just wanting to take things one step at a time to bring in that sense of security and trust. We also have priorities coming forward here, so they may want to redo their priorities, realign their priorities. They may be wanting to make this more of a priority here as well. And then we also have being with you is my favorite place to be. So enjoying your company, seeing you as somebody that they would love to be around. That's very much the idea of the Ten of Pentacles, wanting to be around you, wanting to connect with you, wanting to be in your energy. So I see this combination here as like, I want to be around you and connect with you and be in your energy, be close to you, but I need to kind of prioritize or shift around my priorities in life and figure out how I want to move forward. And maybe we take that instance by instance because we don't necessarily know what's going to happen next or know what to do next. So we take things one step at a time and just have the intentions of building up in a good direction there, just to make sure that things are going to move forward in kind of like a controllable state, so that they don't get too far outside of themselves and get to a place where we, a place where we can't turn back, from there. So that's what I would say. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings. Let's go ahead here for 91. 91, you'd like to know current thoughts and feelings. Let us see. All right. So this seems to be thinking about how they can make something work. The Hanged Man with the Two of Wands comes forward as a really paused energy where we're in a place where we don't really know what to do next. We want to see some sort of movement come forward. We're thinking about how we can put in time, effort, and energy to make something happen, but we end up in this sort of paused state of being where we don't really know what to do. We don't really know how to make something happen, and we kind of feel a little bit stuck. The Justice card wants to also create balance, and so we're in this place of thinking with the Hanged Man, how do we balance the mind and the heart in moving forward? Two of Wands, how do we balance our decisions and our ideas to get the best and possible, greatest output? And Justice card, how do we balance the mind and the heart, the yin and the yang, to make something happen? And with the King of Pentacles, we're trying to be at a place of structure within inside of ourselves so that we can have this flow in the best way possible as well. So I see this kind of coming forward in a space of them saying, I'm thinking about connecting with you. I'm thinking about creating some sort of flow. I'm thinking about how do we have a balanced opportunity to be in each other's energy, but I don't really know how to make that happen. I don't really know where I should be putting in the work or putting in the time or putting in the effort. And it kind of leaves me at a bit of a standstill. So I would say that they do feel connected to you and they feel a sense of value in your energy and being around you, but they're also kind of like this detached energy as well, of being in a place of just not quite sure what to do, how to move forward. And with the Hanged Man, trying to put themselves in kind of like this bird's eye view sort of direction to figure out the best possible way in moving forward without being clouded by their own ideas. So that's what I would say. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now, and we're on order number 92. Alrighty, 92, you'd like to know, what are they currently planning to do? Let us see. All right, So the magician wants to take action. It wants to use what they can use and do what they can do to create some sort of new start, new beginning in a place that brings forward good, right? It's kind of like what I can do from my side of the table to create good, bring in good, and have things just be good is what they're trying to think of here to do. But with this hanged man, they end up in a place of saying, I really don't know what's in my power to do. I don't really know how to make something happen. And with the emperor, they're thinking about, again, how they can kind of stand up, how they can represent this structure, this stability to bring in that sort of energy into the connection between the two of you so that there can be this opportunity, Seven of Pentacles, to lead up towards the value, the structure, the togetherness, the happiness of the Ten of Cups, right? For the both of you to kind of enjoy the company of each other, enjoy the time and space that you spend together, and to just kind of have this point of flow. We're thinking about how can we bring that forward, but they don't necessarily have a plan based off of this, energy. It's not really them having any sort of plan at all, because the hanged man is in a place where their hands are tied and they're trying to think about what to do. The magician is trying to will something into existence, but we're not really at a place of being able to take action. So I would say that they don't really have any sort of plan right now here when it comes to doing anything between the two of you. They're wanting to create change, they're wanting to create happiness, they're wanting to create opportunity, to see something build up and to move things forward into a place that feels good. But based off this combination, they kind of feel like their hands are tied right now when it comes to taking action, and that there's just not quite that simple fix to be able to see something move forward, right? So they're kind of in a place of saying, I'm thinking about how I can stand up. I'm thinking about how I can take a step forward, how I can create this flow, create this opportunity here to see things shift around and change. But I just don't know what the answer to that is. I just don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, or how I can, create this change, how I can create this flow, how I can create this movement. And even though I'm wanting to, magician as well as the emperor, stand up into this energy and to see an opportunity come forward, a major arcana card of the hanged man, I feel like my hands are tied when it comes to moving ahead, and there's just not that simple answer of being able to take action. So I would say that they're not really in a place of having anything planned right now, but wanting to have closeness or connection come forward. So that's what I would say. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you're interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings. Alrighty, let's go ahead here with 93. 93, you'd like to know, how do they view you? Let us see. All right. So they view you as somebody who has a lot of exciting qualities about them, but also somebody that they feel incredibly tied to in a way that feels out of their control. When we have the Devil card come forward, it would talk about feeling connected in a way that's not necessarily by choice or not necessarily to the mutual benefits of another, but more so kind of connected in the sense of like we feel impacted by the other. And so they view you as somebody who can maybe have a great weight in their life or create an impact on them, or somebody who can sway them in one way or another. The Devil card can also be a card of temptation. So they can kind of view you as somebody that kind of hits at points of their desires or kind of can sway them into directions that may not always be in a place of their control. When we have the Fool card coming forward, though, there's like a carefree aspect that comes forward from you. So this could say that they view you as somebody who's moving in their own pathway of life, moving in their own direction. They can see you as somebody who's also detached from them, so maybe not having that same impact as of the Devil that they're feeling, but somebody who's kind of off in their own direction, doing their own thing. They do view you here with this Wheel of Fortune as somebody who is important in playing a role in their life, somebody who is maybe divinely guided to be in their life in one way, shape, or form. But the Wheel of Fortune can also come forward with cycles, so they can view you as somebody who brings the balance of good and unfortunate luck in their life and may have some ups and downs when it comes to connecting with you. The Two of Wands, though, does give us the idea of planning for future, so they might view you as somebody who's very detailed about their future, of somebody who is very action oriented, somebody who is always thinking about new directions or the pathway ahead, somebody who's willing to put in time, effort, and energy into situations to make sure that they end up in new places, end up in beneficial places, rather than just flying by the seat of your pants, right? I would say with this Page of Wands here as well, they might see you as somebody who is adventurous, but they also might see you as somebody who can kind of spark a passion in their life or bring forward an exciting feeling there as well. So it's kind of a mix between somebody who brings in some good and some undesirable traits to their life, but also brings forward the sense of somebody who is like, you know, has a pathway or direction that they want to go ahead and follow into, and is willing to put the effort or the planning energy into seeing yourself like move forward in those directions. So it's kind of like a good and bad balance here in terms of how they view you. It can bring in the good, but can also bring in some of these aspects like the Devil that can kind of make them feel chained down, make them feel tempted, or make them feel like they have a lack of control in situations. So we have moving too fast. That can be the Devil energy coming forward here. They can be afraid of making some, quick movements, making some things that they kind of regret in terms of actions. We also have Can't Get Enough of You. This can come forward as well as with the Page of Wands as like a point of passion, a point of desire when it comes to connecting, interacting. We have a couple cards here, so we'll put those back and see which ones actually want to come out. We also have the On the Way card come ahead here, and so they're wanting to take action towards you or wanting to make their way towards you. So it's like they're trying to figure out how to make something be mutually beneficial for the two of you. When it comes to connecting, when it comes to moving forward and being each other's energy, we don't just want the Devil to come forward where we feel maybe impacted or like something may not always be smooth sailing. We want to have the opportunity here to have flow, have newness, have value come ahead in a way that's going to build the both of you up. So they might need some time to be able to come forward here with the Moving Too Fast card, but they do feel the importance, or they feel the pull into your energy here with the idea of I'm on the way, wanting to make their way towards you, wanting to come ahead, wanting to connect with you and see some sort of opportunity and flow forward. So that's what I would say here based off this combination. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings.